Going on, people? This is Kelvin Kidd, and today is the 16th of December, and the markets are closed right now. And normally, I just go over my trades and kind of sharpen my skills up, and just do the same thing over and over until the markets either open or I see something. But other than that, man, I'm gonna be showing you guys something else that happens over and over in these markets that you can capitalize on. And for people that haven't noticed this, um, it tends to do the same thing over and over again. And this time I will be talking about ranges. Now, for me, I'm about 4 years into trading, and I learned a lot. And trust me, you're gonna have to learn a lot about candlesticks, because these candlesticks is like language to me. And if you know what to look for, you can overall predict what's gonna happen because it's telling you a story. And it's gonna take time to understand it, but that's why you have to first know your foundation in these pullbacks and impulses and pullbacks. Um, have a strategy and risk management, right? Once you understand that, that's like the foundation of trading. Um, you could just build upon your strategy over time, and you can kind of weed out whatever don't works for you and whatever works for you. So that's why I said like every trader ain't gonna be the same because you're dealing with emotions as well, and personalities. So every trader trades a little bit different or a lot different, and you got scalpers and swingers, but and intraday traders. But like I said, we're gonna be talking about ranges because um the market tends to range, and what I mean by that is this. Let's go to the daily. Like a range is this. You get a down push and an up push, and they create that V shape. That's a range. And within a range, you got ranges, right? So let's just do that. Bam. This is a range. See that? See that V shape? That's a range. See that V shape? That's a range, right? And you can see how it's starting to change. Like you're going downstairs, you're going upstairs, right? That's a range. And you have one right here. So you can kind of see when momentum is changing, right? So if it happens on a higher time frame, it's also happening on a lower time frame. And once you understand what to look for, you can know how to trade that. So we're gonna go to the 4 hour and see what that looks like on a 4 hour. So right here, you see this? It's another range within that one range, right? So if you know how to trade this, boom, you could have capitalized that off and then reinvested down here. So what we do right here. All right, let's go to our fifth. Let's go to our. Let me see. We on a 4 hour. All right, we look for the lowest low. Right, the lowest low, and let's just see what that looks like. The lowest low. I don't know if that's the. Yeah, that's the lowest low. All right, so we in one range. We in two range, right? And this is also a range on a lower time frame. We're gonna check that out too. So then we go to our 15-minute, and we're gonna identify momentum changing. You gotta understand how momentum change. So this is our first one, right? Is it this one? Let me see. I don't know. I gotta make sure. Let's go to the 30-minute. That's the first one, and this is the second one. All right. Let's just look at that again on the 4 hour. All right, we got 1, 2. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change this to green to better identify it. Right? That's our first one. So we're gonna go to the 15-minute and we're gonna look for that. And then we're just gonna work our way back over there. Alright, this is the first one, right? So we in that range. And this is also a range, right? So when you see it start to go down, you want to start marking up your levels, right? Mark your levels. Let's just delete this one. Mark your levels. And then this right here, it's a language. It's telling you something. Somebody is pushing this price down on purpose, right? Or they know something that we don't know. So it's telling you something, and you just got to know how to play it. So what I do, I mark my levels. You can do however you want. And once you start see price ranging like this, and you can identify momentum because look, it gives you that impulse. It just burst out of that impulse. And this tend to trap traders to like breakout traders to going long. And this how they always get faked out. They always pull it back on you. Because once people see breakouts, they just hop in a trade. And you're not supposed to do that. Because you could get faked out. And look what it did. It tapped right back into it. It took them out. And then it shot back up. And it took out these levels. And that's that range, right? So then again, it made another range. And look, it tapped back into it. And it went right back up, right? So that's how you identify momentum. Right? You just do your level. Like I said, they telling you something. They pushing this thing down on purpose. Right? They pushing it on purpose. But as it's going down, you got to do the job. This is my job, to identify what they're doing. So I'm identifying my levels, right? I'm identifying my levels as they plan in these markets. And then I just wait for momentum to happen. Boom. They got people to go long, and they took them all out. And guess what? That's why I entered in the same box. Boom. And then we just take it up to the level. And that's that range, right? So this range, we're going to go to our lower time frame on this one. But right now, we're just going to identify that lowest low. Bam. So we're going to go to the 5-minute, right? And see what that looks like. All right. So we in that range, right? Let me see. Yeah, we in that range. Let me just zoom out. All right. Is that the same one? No, this it right here. All right. Boom. We in that range, but on a 5-minute. So as they pushing this thing down, what we do, we just create our levels. Now you can do it however you want to do it, but this is how I do it. So once I start to see momentum coming in, like right here, boom, this is momentum. Look at this. This is momentum. They push it back down and they bring it back up. And you could have got in a buy right there. But look at this. This is not strong enough. So what they do again, they push it back down. And guess what? You buy again. And look what happened. Take out your levels. Boom. And it filled that range, that V shape, right? Remember? That V shape. So, and the same thing happens on a 1-minute, people. Like if I was to go to the 1-minute, let me see how that'll look on a 1-minute. So it's the same game, people. You just gotta understand what these prices are telling you. Let's just see how that looks on a 1-minute. All right, here we go on a 1-minute, right? Like that's a range. This a range. And look, they pushed it down. Why they pushed it down? They playing with people, right? And look, they pushed it down. They got it to go back up. They got breakout traders. And look what they did. They shot it back down. And look what it did. It tapped that area. And it filled. And it filled your level, right? Your level. It filled your levels. So as they plan, You just reading what they're doing, and then you're just gonna capitalize it once you start to see momentum coming in, right? Look, they do the same thing over and over. They do the same thing over and over. Your last down candle, momentum came in, boom, shot down, boom, same thing. All this is a range, right? Last down candle, it might not have did it right here, but guess what? They shot it down on them, breakout traders, and they pushed this thing back up. But overall, on the higher time frame, it's just the same area going back up. So yeah, people, that's basically all it is. And as you can see on the daily, what that looks like, you can play these ranges over and over. You just got to understand price action. You got to understand the fundamentals, and you got to have a foundation and a solid strategy. And when you're trading, you got to just use risk management. So that's just a tip. They got a lot of more information that goes into that, but that's just something solid for you guys to take and run with it. But other than that, man, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll do these videos sometimes every week on the weekend. But other than that, man, go over this video and try to use this information to your best of your ability. But other than that, man, y'all get at me. Peace.